Key, I really am so proud of you. I haven't known Key for very long, but the other day when I talked to you, you said you used to be real shy and you just feel like you got out into your like butterfly stage, and I feel the same way. So a little bit about me is 2 years ago, actually almost 3 years ago, I started my business. It was July 2015. I was pregnant with my first baby, Cairo, and I started my business. I was like, I gotta make a way. I know I'm not supposed to be just doing anything. I have a dream, I have a passion. Jewelry is my passion. So I need to start my own business. So I started my own business. I had Cairo, and I feel like I devoted a lot of my energy to him the first 2 years, and then after that, actually a couple months, is when it all really started to come together. So long story short, after I had Cairo, I had quit my job at the time being because I wanted to pursue my jewelry career full on. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna take a leap of faith and quit my job and start my own endeavor. So I did that, and it didn't work out. It didn't work out. I failed. It was a lot of confusion that came with it. I didn't know where to go next after that. And then I finally realized that it wasn't time for me to step out yet, because the reason why I had quit was because I was frustrated from my co-workers to my boss to just dealing with things at work. So I quit out of frustration, and I said, you know, I'm gonna start my own business. But that wasn't the way to go. So I struggled for about a year, and finally, God, He led me back to the same exact job that I left. So I said, you know what, this is a sign. Like, I didn't finish what I was supposed to be doing. So I gotta go back. So I went back to work, and then the whole time I'm working, I'm like, I gotta work, I gotta make money for my baby, I gotta have money for my family, I can't quit again. But inside, deep down inside, I knew God had a bigger plan for me, so I was uncomfortable the whole time. But I wasn't gonna quit. I was like, no, I gotta stick it out, make the best of it, make the best of the situation that I don't want to be in, but it's okay because it's a for sure way. But so I stuck with it. But I think October the 18th, my boss pulled me into his office and he said, Molly, somebody told me about your jewelry business. Mind you, I was working at a jewelry store, so he was like, somebody told me about your jewelry business, so I need you to resign today. So I hate that it happened that way, because it was like somebody was trying to hurt me, but I knew when he said those words that was God's way of saying, it's time. So I was like, okay, so that was in October. So since then, I got an urge to work on my public speaking. So out of the blue, I was like, God, I don't know why, but help me work on my public speaking. Help me, use me to spread your love, your energy, to inspire women, whatever you gotta do, use me. So I'm here now. Key asked me to come speak. I almost was gonna say no, because I was like, it's not time for me to start doing this yet. No, but God, He was like, go out there. So when an opportunity comes, you just gotta pick up the phone and go for it, no matter how scared you are. Usually when you're scared, that usually means that's for you. So another thing is, be so protective about the energy that you have around you. From your friends that you've known for all your life, to your family members, to your inner dialogue. Make sure all that is driving you in the direction where you need to be. Just know that everything in life happens for a reason. It's not because God's picking on you or any of that. It's all because it's meant to grow us and learn us. There's something that you need to get from every situation you're going through. So I just learned to appreciate all the bad things. When you really figure out how life works and why God is doing what he's doing. It's like, even a bad day isn't even a bad day because I know you're teaching me and I'm learning something from this. So just take every little obstacle as a learning experience, get something from it, go for your dreams, do things for the right reasons always, uplift each other. If you want to know something, go out and seek the knowledge. I heard a quote that said, you know that quote that usually people say, get in where you fit in? No, fit in where you get in. If you want to make something happen, then you need to find where the lane that you need to be in and make yourself fit in it. So anything is possible. There's kids on the internet now, like using the internet as a resource to make money. So literally anything you want to do. If you want to travel the world and eat, do it. Like, find out what you need to do we have so many resources, and now this day and age, like, I can see everyone that is trying to get uplifted and empowered, and it just feels good. Just know that when you go towards something, you have a lot of people that's supporting you, and they're supporting you towards something that you want to do that's positive. And I just pray that everybody finds their purpose, and then goes for it. Don't let anything stop you, though.
All right, Molly. That right there is a story in itself. Thank you, Molly. And of course, once you ladies are finished, y'all are more than welcome to have seats up here so you don't have to stand. And then I would like to introduce our next speaker, Rhea. You're fine, Molly. Come on.
Good evening, my name is Rhea Clay. I am from Monticello, Arkansas, and I currently work for Fox Sports 1 in Charlotte. So basically, I'm just going to kind of walk you guys through my journey, because you're probably wondering, why are you from Arkansas, the country, in Charlotte right now? And just basically trying to inspire you through my journey on how I got from Arkansas to North Carolina and what I'm doing now, and how you guys can hopefully get inspired from my journey and what I did to get where I'm at. So I've been interested in media and journalism throughout my whole entire life. Middle school, I was a yearbook editor, I worked for the newspaper. I always knew I wanted to have a career in journalism or media. So continuing on to high school, I did things in media. I just kept doing different things to get me exposed and to learn more in technology. So I was like, okay, I want to go to school and I want to be, in broadcasting journalism, but I don't know exactly what I want to do. So I ended up going to the University of Arkansas, majoring in broadcast journalism, and had the opportunity to work for the production team there, which I went to Arkansas, so it's called Razorback Sports Network for our mascot's name. And I ran cameras, I did video editing, I did audio, pretty much the whole 9 yards. And if you know about sports, you know that Arkansas is in the SEC conference, and it's one of the biggest sports conferences they have. So I had an opportunity to work for a college that was D1, a big conference. I worked all these games, and then my senior year, ESPN bought into the SEC network. So they picked about 20 students in the media department to work for ESPN part-time, freelancing, traveling, doing remote work, just basically everything you need to work for a TV network. And I was one of those students they chose to work for ESPN. So I'm a young senior from Monticello, Arkansas, which is 9,000 people, no mall, one movie theater. So I came from there to college, working for ESPN, even got to travel my senior year of school. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like, little country girl like me, I am really out here working for ESPN. Like, this is truly a dream for me to be able to do this. And they only chose 2 minorities out of thousands of kids at the U of A, and I was one of them. So that was definitely a blessing. The one thing about me is I've always been kind of like a self-starter. So I'm like, this is kind of cool, I want to do this. But they told me in class that I won't be able to work for a national TV network when I graduate. Like, you're going to start off working at a local station or radio. And if you guys know about TV, which there is a big misconception that people on TV make like a lot of money. That's really false. Maybe when you get years of experience, but starting off, the money is really not all that great. So I was getting offers for like $10 an hour, $11 an hour to like, operate a camera and audio. And I'm like, I've been in class, I work for these scholarships, like ESPN is paying me big money to freelance, so now I'm going backwards for a full-time job, making no money. I'm like, okay, like I don't know if I can do this or not. So graduation comes around, I'm applying for jobs. I'm only getting these, small opportunities. I got one in Texas that was pretty good, but I just felt like with my resume, like I needed something better. So I told my mom, I am leaving here, but I'm not leaving Arkansas until I get the job that I deserve. So with me freelancing for ESPN in college, one of the producers actually worked for ESPN in Charlotte at their Valentine location here. So he was like, you know what, you need to leave Arkansas. Like, you're one of the best production assistants of the whole group. Like, you need to leave, like, you need to work for ESPN. So long story short, I ended up applying for a role here at ESPN in Charlotte, Arkansas, and they offered me the job, but the pay just still wasn't what I thought that I deserved to move all the way from Arkansas, which is 16 hours, to Charlotte, having no family, no friends, just me packing up my car and said, hey mom, like working for ESPN, I'm out. Like, that wasn't gonna cut it. So my mentor, he knew someone who worked for Fox Sports in Charlotte, which is, obviously their competitor, but he wanted, my best interest. So I ended up getting the job at Fox Sports. My first job out of college was at a national TV network at 22 years old. Packed my car up, me and my mom drove to Charlotte with just my car, and now I'm here 2.5 years later. So that's the first part of how I ended up getting from Arkansas to Charlotte, and then I ended up flying my mom back. So absolutely love my job. Got the chance to work on NASCAR, NBA, NFL, just any sport you can name, I've worked producing on. I went to the Fox Sports in LA and worked there as well. So I'm still doing that now, and it'll be 3 years in June. So last year I'm like, okay, I know all these people. I've met so many great connects. I've interviewed Michael Vick, Thomas Davis, all these people. So how can I use my knowledge and what I know to basically expand my income and really use my resources? So I was like, okay, I love PR, I love marketing, I love going to events. Let's start a public relations and marketing company for sports as a side business and have that grow, and then maybe eventually, leave Fox and create my own production company or just have my own employees. So long story short, I have a friend from college who went to Arkansas with me who's from Salisbury. I don't know if you guys know where that's at. I didn't know where it was at first when I'm from here. And he had been in the NFL for a few years already and was looking for a publicist. So he ended up helping me start my company. He was my first client, and he now plays for the Cincinnati Bengals. So I had him as a client. I do all his PR and marketing. I actually met Key at his first event that I did. He had a charity bowl event last summer, and she came out. I was able to get over 10 sponsors for his first event all by myself. So it was definitely a blessing. It just shows you that it doesn't matter where you're from. Like I said, I'm from small town Arkansas. Didn't have a mall, like one gas station, and I ended up moving here not knowing anyone, working for Fox Sports, and then creating my own business, managing an NFL player. So I just want to encourage you guys. I don't care how big or small your dreams are. Definitely go for it. Now I have dreams of moving to LA. It's like my next, vision and step. If I can do this, I can do anything is what I tell myself all the time. So I just want to encourage you guys to do the same thing. And even like now, I got promoted at my job in Fox in November. So I went from a production coordinator to associate producer. And then I picked up another client for my business. So I now have a Hornets player, Malik Monk, who's also from Arkansas. So if you guys check out any Hornets games, that's one of my clients as well. So I just want to encourage you guys, because you can just do anything. I am only 24 years old. I'll be 25 in 2 weeks, and people tell me all the time, like, you're doing just too much to be 24 years old. Like, you need to slow down. But my thing about it is the time is perfect right now, because if you keep putting off what you want to do, you'll never do it. And then also, don't wait on people to do stuff, because I had so many business ideas, like, oh, I'm gonna use this friend as an investor, I'm gonna use this friend as a business partner. No, be your own investment and be your own business partner. If you happen to get those investors, that's awesome, but also have your own cushion. Like, I've been saving up money since I moved here, and like I said, now I'm able to provide my mom with money if she needs it at 24 years old. So I just want to encourage y'all, like, if you're 55, 24, I don't care how old you are, definitely go for it. If you want to move to New York, LA, if you want to do fashion, definitely go for it. My mom even, I encouraged her to go back and get her master's. She got her master's just last year, and she's 46 years old. And she tells people all the time, like, my daughter is always doing all this stuff and driving me. Like, I don't know why I haven't picked up that same energy from her after all these years. And like, now she's kind of getting into the groove that like, it's not too late. But I'll tell y'all, like, being from Arkansas, because it's kind of behind in a sense. Like, it's not like city like Little Rock, which is the capital. Bill Clinton is from there. So that's kind of up and coming, but it's just really small. Even with relatives, they ask me all the time, like, why do you want to move to the big city? And why do you want to do this? And why do you want to do that? Because they haven't done it. So they kind of just like don't understand. And you'll have, you know, friends and family like that who they're going to discourage you because they didn't do it, or they wanted to do it but didn't have as much courage as you to go ahead and complete those goals. So don't let anyone get in your way. You can encourage anything. If you guys are interested in sports, media, marketing, anything with TV, definitely let me know. I'm not as experienced as some other people, but I do have enough experience, I would think, to help anyone out. I have lots of connections, and I love helping people. So if I can help you out, definitely let me know, and I look forward to meeting you guys and answering questions for the panel. Thank you.
Thank you, Rhea. That girl is going to be a millionaire before she's 30. You keep pushing. All right. Now, next panelist, Master of Beauty herself, Miss Miriam, come on up.
Hello, everybody. How are you ladies doing? That's good. And speaking of Salisbury, funny story. I have to tell this story, just, you know, because she said Salisbury and I don't know Salisbury. Last night, coming here from Charlotte, I had a flat tire in Salisbury. And I was this close to saying, you know what, I'm about to call Keisha and tell her I'm not making it. Because I didn't have AAA, I didn't have nobody. I was in my car, literally crying. I was like, I'm not going to this event, I'm just not going. I'm not about to, you know, try to find a AAA that was like $300. I'm calling all my friends. I'm like, do you have AAA, do you have AAA? Nobody had AAA, so, well, my brother did, but. Well, I'm calling you next time, girl, because I didn't get home till like 1:30. But anyways, my name is Miriam Ali. For those who don't know me, my company is called Master of Beauty. I have a salon in Charlotte, North Carolina. I also have a hairline company and a wig line, lash line. And I also sell, you know, hats, t-shirts, anything you can name to promote my brand. I don't know where to start because I didn't prepare a speech. But you know, sometimes you just gotta go for it. And if I start talking and y'all get bored, tell me. I'll stop talking. The faster y'all tell me to stop talking, the more I can, you know, the faster I can sit down. Okay, where do I start? I'll say this, it's not how fast you go, but how far you go. I've been in this industry 8 years, and I'm just now getting to the point where I feel, you know, I'm accomplishing something. I started back in 2010, I think, yeah, 2010, I was in beauty school. I didn't want to, you know, I honestly didn't even want to go to beauty school, but my mentor forced me to go to beauty school. I just wanted to get money. That's all I wanted to do. I'm just gonna get money. I had 3 jobs. I'm getting money, girl. I don't want to go to beauty school. I'm not working I'm not going to school, you know, 8 to 5 to work for somebody else. She's like, how are you not gonna go do that? If you want to be your own boss, you have to do the, you know, the steps to get there. But again, like I said, I didn't want to quit my jobs. I moved out of my mom's house. I was living by myself. So to me, it was like I was working 3 jobs to pay bills. So it's like either you quit your job, go to beauty school, go back to your mom's house, which I didn't want to deal with her, but I had to make sacrifices. So I ended up quitting all my jobs, and my mentor, you know, she kept me there for a while. She paid me a little bit, you know, enough to help me pay the little bills I did have, and I ended up moving back home with my parents, even though I didn't want to. I was in beauty school about 10 months. And a lot of people ask me, where does my brand, Master of Beauty, come from? Funny story is, I didn't even know what, you know what I'm saying, like what I wanted to brand, but when I was in beauty school, I told myself I didn't want to be called the shampoo assistant, because that's what I was known for forever. Oh, that's, you know, Jennifer's shampoo assistant. Oh, I don't want to be known as her shampoo assistant. I'm my own brand. Like, I want to be myself when I get out of beauty school. So I was driving down the highway one day and I seen a sign. It said, master, you know, it said, master your beauty. And it was for, you know, a beauty school, like trying to get people to enroll. I said, I already mastered my beauty. I already mastered my beauty. That's what I'm going to be, master of beauty. I was writing it down, and I'm like hands-on when it comes to a lot of my stuff, so it's like I have to see it. In order for me, you know, to do stuff, I have to see, like I'm a visual person. So I wrote down master of beauty. I'm like, okay, master of beauty. I kept writing it over and over, over and over. And I was like, okay, I capitalized it literally, M-O-B. I was like, that's who I'm going to be, M-O-B. And that's how my brand came about, Master of Beauty. And that just been stuck with me forever. And like I was telling Sandra, she said she has a company she started out, you know, but she's with another company that she goes through. But I told her you have to still, you know, try to develop your own brand. You can still be with that company to help you get to where you need to go, but people need to know you're the face of your brand, even if you're working for another company. Because when they know you and see you, you can expand from that brand and actually get to your own brand. And that's one thing I always focus on, is branding. When you brand yourself, there's no limit to how far you can go. Like I said, I've been doing this 8 years. You can go anywhere. If you say Master of Beauty, Mom, they know they can link that to me. It doesn't matter what I do, where I go, you're gonna always link those two names to me. And I've had that name for years. You can't, you know, say, oh, today I'm gonna do lashes. I'm gonna call these lashes whatever, and I'm gonna go do fashion. This is gonna be called Keisha's Fashion, and then these gonna be, you know, Amanda's Boutique, whatever. You have to keep being consistent. When you're consistent, that's when people know you're taking yourself serious. Because you can't just start up different things all the time. Just like Molly said, she started, you know, working for a jewelry store, but she knew she wanted to be, you know, her own jewelry designer. She went back, you know, to the company working for them, but yet she still kept that, I'm going to, you know, be a jewelry designer. Now, if you look at her, if I look, you know, I don't even see, I used to know Molly a long time ago, and I don't even see the old Molly. All I know is Molly the jeweler, because that's how she branded herself, Molly the jeweler. So when you're starting your own business, branding is a real, real big thing. You always have to know how to brand yourself. People are not going to know you by your first name, your last name. They're going to, you know, the first thing that represents you is your business. So always brand yourself through your business. Don't, you know, hop around. And I see a lot of people make big mistakes with that. You know, starting different companies, when something don't work, you're like, okay, forget this, I'm gonna go ahead and start something else. No, you can't start something else. Find your purpose in that. Nothing is gonna come easy, you know what I'm saying? So, if you have, you know, a company you've been doing for so long, you have to be passionate about it. That's one thing I'm gonna say. You have to be passionate about it. It's not always about money. I've been broke. Look, I've been in this industry 8 years, and it's so many times like you would never know, but I've been so broke. But I'm not gonna get on social media, you know, say, oh, I'm broke, oh, nobody's buying my products, nobody is booking appointments, oh my God. No, you can't say that, because people only know what you put out there, you know what I'm saying? You can look at me now and, you know, people think, oh, she just got it made. No, I can still be broke today. Guess what? You would never know. Because I look fly, you know, you will never know that. It's an image you have to portray, you know what I'm saying, and put out there for people, you know what I'm saying, to accept what you bring to the table. If you're not bringing nothing to the table and you're not representing yourself, like, we're our worst critic. All day, every day, we're our worst critic. But one thing I would say about that, you also have to be your biggest fan. Nobody's going to cheer you on. Nobody's ever going to be your cheerleader. For a long time, my mom didn't even think doing hair and makeup was a career. She didn't even, like, when I used to tell her, oh, I'm going to move to Charlotte, I hopped around forever. She thought I was going there just to find a regular job. So I never even told her I went back to the salon. I said, Mom, I'm going to find another job. You know, I haven't found a job. I haven't found a job yet. But I was working in the salon the whole time because she didn't believe being a hairstylist was a career. But like I said, I believed in myself enough to know I'm going to be my own cheerleader. I'm going to prove her wrong. I'm gonna prove everybody else wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna prove to myself that I can do it. So you have to be your biggest cheerleader. You cannot tell me I'm not dope. I don't care if I don't know how to do hair. I don't care if I don't know how to do makeup. You're not going to tell me I'm not dope. So you have to be your own cheerleader. You can't wait for the next person to tell you, girl, go do this, go do that. No, you have to do it because you want to do it for yourself. So if you want to do anything, do it because you want to do it. Not because you're trying to make quick bucks. It doesn't come easy. It is no quick bucks anywhere. And especially with, anywhere in this industry is so saturated. You're not gonna make quick bucks. It's a journey. Like I said, I've been doing this 8 years, and I'm finally seeing, all the work I've put in. And I still feel like I have a long way to go. But yeah, like I said earlier, it's not, how fast you go, but how far you go. It's a process. Y'all was supposed to tell me to be quiet so I can sit down. Like, I'm running out of words now. Can I sit down?
Keep talking.
No, I'm running out of breath, girl.
All right, give it up for my girl. I'm just going to call her Master of Beauty because she has very much branded herself. Master of Beauty, thank you, Miriam. Thank you, Rhea. And thank you, Molly the jeweler. And one thing that I would just like to say is hearing all three of your stories are very inspiring. Us as women, we already have enough going against us in our everyday life. Like Miriam said, we are our worst critics first and foremost. And then we have other issues. We may have personal issues. We may have, things going on. But on the inside of us, we have this fight that, there's something greater in me, something that I want to do, something that I want to pull out of myself. And we have to fight within those obstacles, just to get to our own goals and then other things that we may have coming against us. So for us to be able to come together as women, just to give you a little background on myself, because I know I've been up and down all day. Some of you probably don't know who I am. Most of you probably do, but my name is Paris Latoria, and I'm an artist. But I haven't always followed, my dream. I probably could have reached my goal a long time ago if I wouldn't have, let someone, I believe it was maybe both of you, spoke on the energy that you have around you. The people, the company that you keep says a lot about you. Growing up, I wasn't able to attend a 4-year college, so I wasn't a part of a sorority. I moved around a lot. I moved from, city to city, so I never had like a real close knit of friends. So when you already are a woman, and, I'm just gonna be real, y'all looking real pretty and nice today, but anybody who knows me personally knows I'm just real, so I'm just gonna say it. Women, we tend to knick-knack at each other a little bit when we're unsure of each other, and that's normal, that's, with all people. But when you're a woman and you're a business owner, or you have goals and aspiring to be something that's not, maybe not part of a sorority, it's maybe not part of, any particular group. When we can come together like this and draw inspiration from each other and, build with each other, that's building a sisterhood. That's something that you can always fall back and rely on. I've been able to push my friends to places they didn't think they could go, and they didn't even know that they were pushing me to places I didn't think I could go. When I set out to be an artist, I've been, rapping, singing, writing since I was little, but I never took it serious. I was more underground. I rode with the guys. I wanted to freestyle and battle rap. I don't know. That's what I wanted to do. But someone came to me and told me, hey, you have a gift. You can actually push this. You can sell this. You can do way more than what you're doing. They saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. I liked what I was doing, and I thought I was doing something, but I was just working at my level. And there are levels. You might think you're getting somewhere, but you may be further ahead than somebody else is looking at you like, wow, she's really dope. And you don't see that in yourself. So when you have somebody that pushes you and shows you that, and you're able to make those steps, like, okay, now I'm getting somewhere. Now I'm getting somewhere. I have people around me that believe in me, and from just going through things like that, personally, I don't want to talk too much, but personally, I was having it rough in my life. I made singles. I know my girl Keeta can attest to this. I was making singles, doing shows, everything was going right, but in my personal life was chaos. It was like, okay, the money's not coming fast enough, I gotta do something. So I went to beauty school, and I love hair, I love fashion. But it's not it's not what drives me. So I failed at that. And I didn't actually fail, it wasn't what I wanted to wake up and say. You guys have gifts. you're a jeweler. I don't know too many female jewelers. You know, to be able to style and have fashion, it takes me 16 hours to pick out one outfit. You know, so anything that you guys are doing, God has put that gift inside of you. Use it, you know, to the full advantage, and get around people that make you want to use it. If you let somebody hear your stuff or see your stuff and they just, bye. I don't have time, because you're gonna make my energy go in a different direction, and I'm not gonna, you know, it's okay to be by yourself sometimes. A lot of business owners, a lot of ladies, a lot of independent ladies, strong ladies, we find ourselves by ourselves. But it's okay. When I find, you know, that I meet women. I met Key about 8 years ago. And she saw everything that I went through to try to get to where I was. Then I went to school, I got my beauty license, I went into a salon, you know, co-owned a salon, and it was like, I still got to do this music thing. But my daughter was born with cystic fibrosis, and you know, that's a chronically ill disease. So it's like, okay, now, you know, the devil was telling me, you over. You might as well go ahead back. I didn't even go back to the salon. I went to Verizon and started working. And I don't know how many of y'all have ever worked there before, but they don't pay you and they don't treat you. But I knew that wasn't going to work. I wasn't making enough money to pay my bills, period. Everything around me was telling me, you done. This is it for you. And one day I prayed, I said, God, if you just give me 2 years, like I'm tired of the lights, the bill collectors, I'm tired of people hitting me, but if you just give me 2 years just to follow my dreams without having to worry about bills, like I promise I'm gonna go as hard as I go. I'm gonna stick to one thing, because like she said, when you go to different things, you're not really accomplishing nothing. Stick to your dream, like stick to it. It might get hard. And long story short, I was able to do that. You know, one day, I had someone come along and say, hey, I'm willing to make an investment in you. All you have to do is show me that you want to work for it. I hit the ground running. I had a 0 credit score. This was 3 years ago. I had a 0 credit score. My car was running into the ground. Everything was going wrong. I had that one prayer, that one opportunity. I went to the car lot and said, I need a car today. Today. They're like, man, your credit score is 0. Give me a chance. Here go the money. Give me a chance. They gave me a chance. I worked on every single aspect of my life and followed my dream. And then after that, it's like, okay, now that you establish yourself and you know where you want to go, like Master of Beauty said, brand yourself, brand it. But anyway, not too much about me, you guys. We have a sisterhood here today. I hope that you always think of Pretty and Plug as your home, you know, one of your sister homes that you can always come to for motivation, inspiration. Shout out to everybody that's in the building and that came in. And I guess we can get to the panelists and their questions.